My two favourite half-hour podcasts are Rethinking by friend of the show, Adam Grant, and also Angela and Nick Grimshaw's podcast.
So it's basically coming around to supper at mine and Nick's. You know, we've got a fantastic... You've been. We have a wonderful table in the studio.
Great vibe.
We have a great crew.
It's funny, man.
But we also... You're coming to us for dinner. I cook. Nick makes some drinks. We have a lovely chat. And it is like a proper dinner party.
It is like a proper dinner party. It's better than a proper dinner party. Even though it's in front of the cameras. Because it's a podcast that is filmed, and often when the cameras are evident, people change. But in a way, well, I didn't change when I came to you.
No.
And in a way, I sort of enjoyed it a bit more.
Yeah.
And for the presence of cameras, that's unique. That doesn't happen. Maybe on Saturday, maybe it's the food thing. I don't know.
I think it's exactly. I think when you put food in front of people, everyone relaxes.
Yeah.
And it's a great leveller.
Yes.
You know, you're all eating, you're all chilling out. And we're not there to yesterday we had... Lashana Lynching, and she, you know, we did it, and she goes, "This is amazing, this is such fun." And we looked at her, we said, "What do you think we were going to do?" Because people think maybe you're just going to ask difficult questions, or we just want to chat, and we just want people to have fun. And we had Sandy Toxford yesterday, we had Lashana, we also had Anna Maxwell Martin, which, I mean, it was just brilliant, you know.
Yeah, Judy Love, Alex Horn, Stephen Fry, Richard Armitage. They just keep on coming.
I know, they keep on coming. We need you back. You keep promising.
Mate,
Come on.
No, it's not that I'm breaking the promise. I am back. I just don't. I want to deliver, because last time, I mean, even some people I don't think like me very much said, "You were very good on Dish." I went, "I thought you didn't like me." I said, "Oh, it doesn't mean I like you, but you were quite funny on Dish." Honestly, they did say that. They didn't say the second bit, but I thought, I know you don't like me.
Yeah,
but you were good on Dish.
You were good on Dish. We bring the best out of people.
Opposite Top Gear. People who loved me thought I was terrible. Still. At least they tell you why it is. That's what you want your friends for, isn't it, Angela?
Exactly.
So who's been requesting what? Because we do get to sort of ask of you to cook something that we might like.
What are they asking for food?
What did Stephen Fry go for?
Oh, no, Stephen's not come on yet. But yesterday, what I cooked yesterday, so I did a lovely roast leg of lamb on some the cannellini beans, loads of onions, just
What's the
braised
most
down
requested thing?
Oh, most requested thing. I think people love a bowl of pasta.
Really?
And also, because people associate Italian food with me, they want pasta. So we did a bowl of pasta yesterday. And actually, it's easy and simple, but delicious.
Well, you say that... Because you're Angela Hartnett.
You come on. I know Natasha can cook really well. Loads of people are amazing.
This is
cooks.
what I'm speaking to, right? Yeah. So because we're carving up because this mad run we got tomorrow. So
wait, how long?
50k. So
I love the way he says it casually. 50k.
30 odd miles. Yeah. Hang on a minute. I'm in the company of greatness. To your right,
true.
Vassos Alexander. 170 miles for fun. Tash ran 100 miles a couple of months ago, and then Vassos heard about it and signed up for a 62 miler just out of spite. Like 4 days later or something.
I can beat her.
Spite.
FOMO.
Both spite.
FOMO, yeah. FOMO.
Anyway, so on Wednesday night, she's making us some spaghetti.
Yeah.
And she makes this it's spaghetti with lemon, garlic,
chili,
lemon, garlic, a little bit of chili, a bit of parmesan for me, a bit of vegan parmesan for her.
Yeah.
And it looks so simple, but of course it takes her 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because there's something else going on.
Yeah.
And she won't tell me what it is. And you won't tell me what it is. So thanks.
And now you got to run 50k. Yeah. Okay. So
you say because anything done well looks simpler
but look
than
how you do your job. Come on.
Yeah, but it's rubbish. But
no, stop it. Stop it. You know, when you get it. You know, I love it when Nick sort of comes in to cover for you, and I think, how do you feel about that? And he said, well, it's just like riding a bike again. You're used to it. You know what you're doing. You're professionals. You know.
How is Nick?
He's all right. He's fine.
He had a bit of drama over the summer, didn't he?
He had a bit of drama over the summer in Ibiza. He turned 40 as well, so he had a big party at the weekend. So he's feeling a bit fragile still, I think, yesterday.
Where was the party?
He had the party in Soho House in London.
Right.
And it was brilliant. It was a very Nick party, very organised, great food, beautiful people. I even wore a dress and heels.
You did?
Yeah.
How was that?
I dressed up, you know, because I thought I cannot go. I would happily have gone in shorts and a T-shirt and a pair of flat shoes. But I got a dress, I got heels, got my hair done. Everyone's like, oh, Christ, you can dress up.
I was required to wear a jacket, shirt and tie
how'd you feel
last
about
weekend.
that?
I didn't do it. And I was required to do it. Noah, my son, did it.
Yeah.
Because we were going to the same place. He said, Dad, what's going to happen? I said, I don't know and I don't care.
Good.
Because I don't own that stuff anymore. Because I don't like it. I don't like being told what I have to wear. maybe
fair, I did like being dressed up.
Yeah, fair
it's
enough.
nice.
Sorry,
you know.
I've made it about me.
No, that's fine. But I love the fact you're bravery. Next time I go, no, Nick, that's it. I'm coming in shorts.
Do you know what I wore? Do you know what I wore instead?
What? Go on.
A mechanic's overall.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And I got away with it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Well,
Don't know
you're
why.
Chris.
Yeah, but also you
Yeah.
look a bit practical, like being busy, you know, just operate on somebody, open heart surgery.
Wasn't it Daley Thompson who always used to come in his tracksuits?
Yes.
Everywhere.
Still does.
It still does. Love it.
Bobby Moore.
Yeah.
You know Bobby Moore?
Yeah.
So Bobby Moore had a Mark II Jag back in the day because they said that three types of people owned Mark II Jags when they were new.
Yeah.
Footballers.
Yeah.
Of footballers and or film stars.
Yeah.
So that's one. Thieves
Yeah.
and the
love it.
police.
Okay. Yeah.
And there used to be Mark II Jag police cars.
Yeah.
And the reason the police said, look, we need some Mark II Jags. They went, no, you don't.
As
They
you
went,
do.
we do, because the thieves have all bought Mark II Jags and we
they're
can't keep
quicker.
up with them.
Yeah, of
which is
course.
why they
Yeah.
ended up having them. So Bobby Moore, he used to have a chauffeur's cap on the back shelf of his Mark II Jag.
Yeah.
And so when he'd been out in his car, when maybe he shouldn't have been out in his car,
Yeah.
he would put on the chauffeur's cap because he says the police never pull up a chauffeur. Well, maybe they should have done.
Maybe they should have done.
Maybe they should have done.
Wise words.
Yeah,
Wise words. Love that.
So you have all these people coming through. You're
Yeah.
on Series 6?
Series 6 now, Dish. you know.
Give your team a shout out. 'cause
They are amazing.
They're like this team,
Yeah.
like my team. They're like a happy
They
bunch.
make us all look good.
They make us all look good.
good.
They're most important thing. And my team
Yeah.
are super, super qualified
Yeah.
to do what they do. But the most important thing they bring in is their joy and their
Yeah,
happiness.
yeah. No,
because
you're absolutely
that
right.
trumps everything.
Yeah.
You know, you can teach people how to fry an egg.
Yeah, yeah.
You can teach people how to not open the oven to sink their souffle, but you can't teach them to bring joy.
No,
They've
and
either
they're
got it or they haven't.
And it's positive energy, and it brings it to and they also want you to feel good. You know, they're always asking, is everything all right? Did you enjoy that? How was that? They are amazing. So big shout out to all of them. Sam, Ben,
Yeah.
Claire, all of them.
What's the most
Amazing.
requested meat?
Ooh,
Is it
lamb
lamb?
is a big one.
Lamb and chicken?
Lamb, steak, I think.
Would it
People
be
like a
steak?
steak. Because also people ask then the questions. Like Vernon came on, he wanted steak. And also people then go, follow up, how do you cook it? Even though he knows.
No, I'm going straight
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I ask people this all the time.
Yeah.
I cooked a couple of steaks this week for my family,
Yeah.
and I can never remember how I should do it, and so I just do it differently every time.
But is it all right? Does it taste good?
Yeah, what are the big questions about steak?
Well, I always think hot pan, tiny little bit of oil, foaming butter. I like a bit of butter.
So I
Some
do.
people just want to do it straight on
Mark
oil.
Sargent.
Oh, what does Mark do?
Steeped in butter,
Yeah.
then you tilt the pan to one
Yeah.
side and you spoon the butter
Yes,
over the top,
that's old
and then
school.
a couple of minutes in the oven to finish off.
That's Gordon Ramsay old school style. I like it like that.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Would you salt the steak beforehand or
I
not?
do, yeah.
Some people don't.
Some people don't.
And
I do.
The argument there is for and
I
against.
think it starts bringing out the juices of the steak,
argument
too
against
early.
burns.
But yeah, I don't think it does. And I think if you're using salted butter anyway, what's the point? It doesn't matter if you put a bit of salt on it.
See, it's the same with mushrooms, isn't
Yeah.
it? So you salt your mushrooms because it sorts them out.
Yeah, it
and
starts
they
bringing
don't-
out the water which you want to evaporate to get all the flavour.
Yeah, otherwise they end up
Yeah.
salting themselves when you're trying to pan fry them.
Exactly, yeah.
Listen to us.
You see, look at them.
Listen,
Look at Raymond Blanc over there.
No, but seriously, I should have had a go on Saturday Kitchen instead of Top Gear. Because what I think I know about cars, I actually know about cooking.
We get rid of Matt. I think that's
No, I didn't mean that. I'm not going to go that far. Also, Saturday mornings, forget it.
No, that's family
Saturday mornings,
time,
and
yeah.
where is it? Where's the high street?
Clapham.
Clapham High Street, not
Yeah.
for me.
No.
It's great when you arrive at 5
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
Not when you leave at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock,
You
whatever,
leave,
yeah.
you leave Clapham High Street after filming Saturday Kitchen at 11:30 in the morning. You get home at 11:30 at night. No matter where you live, even if you live 5 minutes away, it's still going to take you
so
12 hours to
true.
get home.
That is so true.
Hundo.
Oh, God, that is the worst of it. But I love that show. I love Matt.
This week I talked about Kangaroo.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Do you like
because-
it?
Well, I don't know, but somebody bought me some as a consequence.
Oh.
I have it at home in the fridge. Fact
What are you
packed.
going to do with it?
Well, I'm going to ask you what I'm going to. What do you think I'm going to do with it?
What cut? Do you know what cut? Oh, it's hard to know what cut of the kangaroo.
a
Is
steak,
it must be a steak, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'd fry it like a piece of venison. I reckon it's quite lean, Kangaroo.
It is. How do you fry a piece of venison differently to a steak?
Well, actually, I don't think you do. I think you need to have the butter in the pan, but I'd lower the heat. Don't have it like really fast, too hot a pan, and just really lowly baste it. And then I'd also serve it with a bit of extra fat, like a piece of lardo or something on top. Because then that fat melts into it, and that will just help. Because it's going to be a bit dry, not dry, but it's lean. So you need to add some fat and moisture into it.
Can we just talk about the heat of a pan for a steak? Because I think I overheat my pan.
You've got it smoking too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need it too hot.
So
medium heat. It needs to,
so not fried egg hot.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be smoking. So when the butter goes in, it doesn't need to start burning. As soon as it starts burning, it's too hot. You need it to bubble, just lightly little golden bubbles. That's what you need.
And for people who don't know what we're talking about, the spooning of the butter over, I mean, I'd never seen that. Even on the telly, I'd never seen it. And then Mark came round to our house once and he started to do, it was lamb chops.
Yeah.
And they were the best I've ever had. And so that's all I do now. Can you just explain what we're talking about?
So basically, when you're foaming butter you've got in a pan, it's bubbling away.
How do you foam it without burning it? Just by having a lower heat?
Lower heat and a bit of oil in the pan first. Right. The oil will stop it burning. It will come together. And then basically you've got your piece of meat in there, your steak or your venison, and then tilt your pan and then basically spoon it over the meats, just bring that butter. Like you would when you're doing a fried egg in a way.
It's sometimes a bit riskier, isn't it?
It's a bit riskier, but, turn it over. But, sometimes with a lamb chop, I get why I did it, because you can't sit a lamb chop flat in the pan. Yeah. So you basically spoon in the butter over the bits of the meat that you don't sit flat in the pan.
And also get the old big tweezers. What are they called?
Tongs.
And make sure you put it on its bum to get the fat going.
Exactly.
Do you do that at the beginning or the end?
I do it at the beginning, because then that fat is there cooking the other part of the meat, and you've got all the flavours.
Right, quick one, fish.
Fish. Oh my God, it's like a whole lesson.
I know. Sorry, making the most of you.
8:30. I should have bought a book. Go on.
See, what happens when you stop drinking? You actually start asking things that might be useful. So I was just having a nebulous laugh. So salmon steak.
Salmon steak.
Pan fried again.
Yes.
Right. How hot is the pan? Same as the steak?
I would say slightly hotter, because you're going to do just oil, not butter. So you can have it slightly hotter. Because I don't think you need butter with fish. Salmon is quite fatty anyway.
No, it's about the taste with the butter. It does.
At the end, maybe. I always use olive oil with fish. I never really put butter. What do I know? Yeah. Because I think then it becomes too rich, and I think it's nice to be
Got it.
A little bit. That's my take.
Anyway. All right, and skin down first.
Yes, exactly.
So skin down on the hot pan. So the skin gets the benefit of the hot pan.
Hot pan. Get that nicely caramelised, nice and crispy. And then with this salmon, especially if it's thick, turn it on each side. And it will stand up in the pan.
1, 2, like box breathing.
Exactly, yes.
In, hold.
Oh my gosh.
That wasn't box breathing.
No.
That was just get this show over with. Get me out of here.
I'm waiting for the next
cookery. He thinks I like him. I pretend to like him.
I've got more cookery questions.
Oh, my gosh.
You ask more questions than Nick. You should come on the podcast.
No, I'd love to come back, especially for Crimbo.
We love it. You were brilliant.
Because myself and Hannah Waddingham, we threatened to come on together, didn't we?
We need to get you back on.
We could still do that. We could talk about Series 4 of Ted Lasso, which has now been
it's
been confirmed.
That is happening.
Confirmed.
Because we are huge Ted Lasso fans.
Of course we are.
I think that's brilliant, but how are they going to do that? I mean, Ted went. Is he coming back? I think there's so many questions now.
You know what they're
going to happen?
They're going to write it, Angela. They're going to write some scripts. They're going to come up with some ideas.
Nice.
They're going to write some scripts.
They've all got to be back in it, though. All the characters.
You think so?
I do. I mean, we want Jamie Tart, don't we?
Yeah.
Jamie Tart, I love.
Jamie Tart. Jamie Tart.
I think so. You got to have Jamie.
This is the shirt I wore for your thing.
Oh,
isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Wonder if I knew.
So how are you feeling about the run? Looking forward to it? Excited?
The run tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm just okay. I can't bang on about it because he works with me.
Oh.
I want Vassos to carry on working on this show. Of course I do. But the only reason I wouldn't mind if they fire him is so that then when I say I'm running 50k tomorrow, which does sound quite impressive, unless he's here, then it's like, whatevs.
Yeah, big deal.
Whatevs.
I did that this morning.
You probably did, didn't you?
No, I had a little swim in the Serpentine this morning. It was dark and empty.
Every day you do swim in the Serpentine, pretty much.
You keep threatening to come along.
I know, I've got to come, because I love that.
Well, when you pitch up for that, I'll come back on.
All right, then
Dish.
that's the deal then. All right, then.
How long
you don't need to book it, you just rock up. It's not like Hampstead Ponds or something.
Can I do the same with Dish? Can I just come any week I want?
Any week
regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
I am here.
Yeah, you're here.
God. All right.
I'm like, oh my God, the foodie questions, they've started.
Yeah.
So you just rock up. All right, I'm going to do that. I am.
Go with a member.
Go with a member.
Yeah.
Oh, so you do need to be a member. So I
You need to go with a member.
Right, okay. So I'll come.
You don't need to do anything because, look, you don't need to do anything because there are rules. I think there might be laws. He breaks them all every single day. We've been through them on the radio. And he says, no, it's all fine. And then we've printed out the rules. I've read them out on the radio. I said, do you go there before 6 a.m.? He says, yes. I said, you're breaking the law. Did you swim in the nude yesterday? Yeah, that's breaking the law. All these things, you're breaking the law, breaking the law. He's just a rebel.
It's really
It's
quite
like working
freeing.
with Marlon Brando.
Really freeing, yeah.
Quite magical.
I can imagine it
To the
is.
extent that you think, my watch is making me clothed and my wedding ring. So you just want to be, it's very communing. And you're in the middle of London and it's a bit naughty.
Okay.
All right, we might not stretch that on our first
might
time.
not.
Right, I've got to talk about one other thing, or a couple of other things.
Okay.
Are we allowed to do
Crack
that?
on.
Two things. So, Dish by Waitrose, we love it. Fantastic podcast. So we've also
well done. Waitrose
you.
have hit the bullseye with this one.
So
And you never know how it's going to go.
It's on YouTube now.
Yes.
You can actually see the whole thing. And we did our first live show a few weeks ago with Sophie Willan. We did it up it by King's Cross.
What time was that?
It was we did it at 7:00 at night. It was for 400 people. It was we brought the table. We had all the crew were there. It was amazing.
Hang on a minute.
It was.
Hang on a minute. Dish the Arena Tour. livenation.dish.com.
I mean, Oasis mean nothing when we start selling these tickets.
Well, that's why they went all
were
dynamic on us. Quick, make as much money as possible because once Grimshaw and Hartnett get out there with the old Waitrose massive behind them. Waitrose must love you.
They love us, bless them. We love them as well.
Such a good
They're
show,
brilliant.
though. It's such a good show. It's very hard to come up with a breakthrough podcast. It doesn't matter who's on it, what you're talking about, the advertising marketing budget, the algorithms they persuade Apple to spoon feed it to people who like podcasts with.
Yeah.
But yours is, it's solid, isn't it? You've got
solid.
Millions of views.
Millions
and millions and millions.
It's nuts.
Because I had what I thought was a really good podcast.
Yeah.
And then you brought yours out and I just gave up. I mean, we got like 100.
I think you're doing all right with the radio show.
We got a few 100,000. Not compared to your figures, we're not. Anyway, sorry, what else do you want to talk about?
So we got this book. The chefs did this amazing book after lockdown. Getting serious. Which was for Hospitality Action, Chefs at Home. We've got another one coming out, 24th of October. Miracle Mince. I know it's, mincemeat, but it's a brilliant book and it all goes to the charity of Hospitality Action. Brilliant. So buy it. Tom's done it. I'm in there. Marcus is there now. I think Gordon's done recipes. Loads of chefs put recipes.
Right, now we know it's for charity. That's great. But it's still got to be any good.
It is good.
Tell us about it.
So we've all done mince. We all think of really just easy recipes, but actually some of these chefs have done some fantastic recipes coming out.
Oh, see, already great. That's already great.
Like people. I've done this different version of Basaka. I've done sort of baked meatballs.
Yeah, enough about you.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know everyone else's. They don't know my recipes. Anyway, buy it 24th of October. Miracle Mince.
Why don't you come in? Why don't you come in again?
I know. I'll come in. I was thinking there last night I should have made you something to eat. I totally forgot about it this morning.
Well, honestly, the first thing I said is, "What's she bringing in?" They went, "Don't think she's bringing in anything."
No, all right. I'm going to come back at the end of October.
It's like a relationship. It's like you take me on the first date, we go to the Ritz. Second date, we fly to New York. 5 years in, I'm lucky if I get a wet weekend in Rill. And that's where I am with you now, isn't it?
Sort of, yeah. Okay, I'm going to up my game.
She actually came and said, you haven't got anything to eat, have you? Like, shut up, you're Angela Hartnett.
I know, I was, but this one I got out to walk the dog, feed the dog, do things.
Eat the dog,
eat the dog,
minced dog,
minced dog.
Yeah.
And one final thing, can we say a lovely happy birthday to my mate Margaret? Who's her birthday today. Love Margaret.
Tell us about Margaret.
So Margaret lives out in Essex. Her birthday today. I'm not going to say her age, but she is an incredible supporter of any charity work I do. So we love Margaret.
Well done.
And she's amazing. So happy birthday, Margaret.
Nice one, Margaret.
Lovely.
Whereabouts in Essex does she live?
She lives out in Brentwood.
How beautiful is Essex?
It is. People don't know that it is beautiful, but it's amazing.
I once went to look at a house in Essex. Is it the A13 Tilbury Road?
Yeah, it takes down that way.
So straight out there, and went to look at this house, and I remember it was stunning house. I think it was something about the commute, and we checked out the roads and how busy it was. And I remember the main bedroom, just literally, straight ahead, dead ahead, was Canary Wharf.
Oh my gosh!
And it was, but it's about 15 miles away.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah. There's no skyscrapers or anything in the
How
view.
are you doing? What's going on? Well, I mean,
busy with work,
all
doing
good?
the restaurants. Yeah,
Great.
We're looking forward to it. I've got my sister running the marathon with you. Not with you, because I think she'll be a lot slower, and my nephew's coming over for it. They're both in the marathon places next year.
Great.
So lots going on. I think we're doing the marathon party with you.
Take out the thing.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're there. I'm going to be there. I wasn't there last year, but I'm there this year.
Well,
so
you don't feel obliged. I'm just grateful that you have us.
It's fantastic. And, we're coming up for that mad busy season where it's just going to be Christmas and party season.
So, they say that hairdressers, you can literally, and I'm not being cute here, you can literally figure out when there's going to be an economic slump or a purple patch.
Yeah.
Hairdressers know.
Yeah.
Especially ladies' hairdressers.
Yes.
Because, a lot of ladies going for a hairdo, not a haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
And, when they sort of go from every 2 weeks to every 4 weeks to go, here we go. And it's usually bang
it's like
on.
Taxi drivers as well.
Exactly.
They're another people, yeah.
What sense are you getting from your side of the business about where we are as a country, where we are?
I think we're steady. I don't think we're back in the heady days still of pre-COVID where restaurants are still closing a bit, you know, and I think people are much more cautious about their money. And as you say, some people would have gone out 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Now they're going out maybe once every 2 weeks. And it's as much when I see the bookings are steady, but it's when I talk to mates, that aren't in the business, have 3 kids and stuff, and they go, well, actually, Angela, we would have come, but actually we're going to save that money and do something else. So I still think people are they're not settled. We love Kia, but they're not settled yet. They're a bit nervous, I think.
And can you, if this comes to you off the top of your head, great. And if it doesn't, don't worry about it. If there's one thing you've learned about business that you could share with other people, what would it be? For me, it's about whatever you're doing, do it consistently and do it well. The moment you start dropping your standards, be it in service, be it in what you're cooking, be it in the restaurant. The moment you start being tired, when you go into a restaurant and you sort of see people with a grubby apron or things not that sort of thing, it's lax. And then if it's lax, people don't care. Yeah. And especially when it's a people business and you're a service industry, you want people to care. And you know what? I went into a baker's the other day. And because who wrote it? Was DJ Fat Tony was talking about it the other day in the papers, and he was saying our service industry is not what it should be. And when you notice great service, and I went into the baker's, and the guy was like, "Can I get a bag for you with that?" And as I walked out, someone else said, "Bye, thank you very much." I literally turned around and I was like, "Thank you, you have made my Were
day."
You almost tearful?
Yeah, because I said this was brilliant service, and I will now go back to that baker's because the service was so good and they were so great.
Service trumps everything.
It is, and now more than any in restaurants, I think that's more, if not more important than food, if not equal, because you can go in and say, you know what, it's a little bit cold, or maybe my meat was slightly overcooked or a little bit salty. You might forgive that. You will never forgive bad service, and you will never forgive rude service.
So consistency.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same with the show, isn't it? It's the same with. That's one of the reasons I gave up alcohol. It's like if I want this show to be as good as it feels every day.
Yeah.
It might sound rubbish, but it feels quite good.
I'm having a good time, so it's fine.
It's about consistency, and then that feeds back. Whatever you think you've given up, you're paid back 1,000x in what it gives you, because you're more relaxed and you enjoy things more, and then you sleep better because you've not got so much cortisol flowing around your body, and then you wake up more refreshed, so you can do more of that again even better, and you sleep even better. And
of course.
I mean, it might all come crashing down again one day, but the point is there are these sort of solid pillars of your own temple that, as long as you lay them in a solid foundation of stone as opposed to sand, then you've got half a chance.
Exactly.
That's
You're
the
right.
thing.
No, we love you for it.
I love you.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's great, Angela. Can we have a controlled round of applause? Actually, a control room uncontrolled round of applause for Angela. It's not enough. More.
We love the team.
The door closed at the time they went mental. That was terrible timing. Oh gosh, never mind, we've got to move on. News time.
We love you.
See you, Angela.
Thank you.
Can you get her a bag of crisps? Because she's starving. So are we. So we thought she was bringing food in.
Imagine what you'll get when you bring food.
Yeah.
Jesus, I've got to.
Virgin Radio.